Alright guys, Rich here from the RC Network, and this is going to be an unboxing of the all-new DESC10 from Team Durango. This is their newest 1/10 scale four-wheel drive short course truck. Now, I've been actually really dying to get my hands on this thing. I originally got the DEX8T, that's the 8-scale Truggy, first to test that thing out, and that thing is a blast. So, of course, these are somewhat distant relatives to Arrma's line of vehicles, including the Sentin, which this is kind of based on. So, I had lots of fun with my Sentin. I love that truck, and it just made sense to check out what the DESC10 has to offer. So really quick, as far as what all these letters and numbers mean, I'm assuming Durango, electric, short course, and 10th scale. So pretty easy. They kind of use almost an acronym looking thing to describe their models, which I thought was pretty cool. So this thing is quite small, and I know that kit unboxings are not the sexiest thing, but it really does answer a lot of questions. I actually was doing some research prior to filming this, and the only thing that I saw on YouTube was a guy unboxing it, and I believe it was in German or some other European language, and I couldn't understand, but I was trying to watch to see what he was pulling out of the box. So hopefully this English version will get you right where you need to be with the new short course truck from Team Durango. So this is definitely a small box. This thing measures in about 19 inches by 10 inches and maybe 7 inches deep. So very small box, and that makes you wonder, you know, of course there's no body in there now because the body is a little bit bigger than that box is. So we're going to answer some questions as we unbox this thing and check out some of the parts and pieces that come in this new Team Durango short course truck. So like I said, very small box, a little bit bigger than a shoebox size, so if you can kind of imagine that. I really dig Team Durango's kind of schematic that they put on here. From probably their research and development or their engineering graphics. Really dig that. Here's a quick model number. I'll have a link in the video description straight over to Tower Hobbies where I picked this one up. So specs on here, wheelbase, width, all that good stuff, height, weight. They're saying 7 pounds 8 ounces for a fully stocked DESC. So very nice. Let's open this thing up. I've actually already peeked inside, so I want to kind of get my heads up on what was included in here. I really dig this, and Team Durango has done a great job of, you know, kind of redefining what to offer in kits these days. And I actually saw a video that Team Durango did where they turned this little parts tray right here into a car stand. So I'm going to try my attempt at that in another video, so you guys can check that out. Just a couple of pair of scissors, and you can pretty much make a car stand out of this top piece here. So I thought that was pretty cool. Well, right up here in the very top, we're seeing some bits and pieces here. Looks like these are some of the toe plates right there. We have a motor mount, I believe. Very cool, unique motor mount on this. The motor is actually affixed to the vehicle, and the center diff actually slides over to the motor. So a little bit different way to set your pinion mesh. Their shocks, I've got to say, these are probably one of my favorite shocks to fill and build. These come pre-built, which is super nice. Really cuts down on the build time of this kit. I mean, if you really stuck your nose down and got into this kit, you could pretty much have a rolling chassis here at about an hour and a half or so. So I'm very familiar with Team Durango's products now, so I can pretty much knock this out pretty quickly. So already pre-assembled, just ready for oil. Throw the springs on, the spring retainers, and you're ready to go. So these, I believe, are 16 millimeter huge bore shocks. They're just massive for short course, but really nice because they're easy to bleed, easy to work on. Very nice. Little supplement pack in here. Gives you little sponges right here for the top caps and also the bleeder cap screws. So Very nice. More pre-assembled stuff here. That's the body mounts and also the aluminum shock towers. These are CNC'd shock towers, not that stamped aluminum stuff that we find in some of the ARMA vehicles, so definitely an upgrade. There's the front right there. Very smallish front shock tower. On here, let's see, what do we get? Steering rack pre-assembled. Nice. That's so nice. We have a aluminum Ackerman bar right there. Has some adjustments and whatnot, so very nice. All ball bearings. Looks like it has steel rods that it rides on. More toe plates here. These are all aluminum. They do come with these cool little toe blocks to kind of adjust all the geometry on the truck, so very, very nice. Alright, so that's the first parts tray. That thing is empty now. And what we have here is a little kind of, you know, want a better build experience. Go to the RC Network. Hey, not quite, but anyways, they have stuff online to help you with your build. So here's that other piece that makes into that cool work stand. So I'll have a separate video on that, hopefully here soon. Alright, now into the bottom guts of this box here. All black box, so this is kind of showing up kind of strange on camera. We have the battery box, the radio box, the side skirts of the chassis. We have, this is what's so cool, all these CVDs are already pre-assembled, which is really nice. That's one of the rears. Another rear right there. Front bumper, which is pretty nice, has that extra piece, which I don't like, which will probably be removed. Saw those on some of the ARMA vehicles. Here's a front chassis brace. Looks like with already the pre-mounted toe plate in there, so pretty cool for the top of the pivot ball. Here is the top of the center differential. Those are actually the bottom and the top piece. Front CVD, another front CVD with the pillow ball suspension. Really nice setup here. I really dig these wheel nuts, these 17mm wheel nuts. A little bit later, I'm going to discuss those, but really nice etching on there, so pretty nice stuff. We have the rear bumper, which I definitely like on this particular vehicle. Here's the either the front or the rear arms. I think these are the rears. Super thick. They're almost completely solid, which is almost overkill for a 1/10 scale, but I mean, just super beefy and you know, has that 8 scale root to it. On down here, let's see as I lose some of this. Here's the front A-arms, which these are the kind of pillow ball suspension, so they kind of that A look to them up to that front pillow ball. And these are the top arms, or the upper arms of the fronts. Let's see, owner's manual, awesome. They do a really good job with their owner's manuals. We have some body mount clips and of course the decal sheet. No bodies included in this that I've seen so far. I don't think they can piece it together. There's the chassis. This thing's just beautiful. Work of art. I mean, all hard anodized aluminum. So this is CNC'd and not stamped metal. Has lots of little cutouts in here to save some weight and also give it a little bit of more rigidity throughout the chassis here. Underside here has a little taper up of the side pieces here, and then some nice kick up here, it looks like in the front of it, so very nice. And that final box, let's check out this thing, see what's inside here. You know, kind of a boring unbox, and I apologize for that, but I think this will give some good information for those guys, you know, wanting to purchase it or may have already done so. So here's one of the differential boxes. Already the universal is already mounted in there, going up to the center differential. Another one right there. If you guys have seen some of the speed removal of the front or rear differentials, it's pretty quick. These guys are doing like 30 seconds on the buggy and right over a minute on the Shortcourse truck, just because of the bumper. Here's all the sway bars, which are included. Very, very nice. Looks like this is the Esc Tray, parts bags. Here's the differentials already pre-assembled. Now you do have to disassemble these to fill them with oil, and as far as I see, no oil is included in this kit, as far far as I see, no oil. So keep that in mind when you're purchasing your kit to pick up some oil. You can check out the owner's manual for what they're recommending. But you do have to disassemble these to put oil in. So you can kind of inspect things if you're that guy that, you know, wants to put every little bit and piece together. It's still nice that they've already screwed the screws into the plastic, already kind of, you know, paved the road, so to speak. Make it a little bit easier on our wrists and get these things installed a little bit quicker. So front diff plate here, or the front mount of it, more front pieces to the front bumper, also the rear chassis brace. Nice machined pinions here, it looks like. These look like they're not made off of a parts tree, so they're machined, so there's no tabs on them. Alright, we're getting some good stuff. This is just stock full of adjustable pieces for the geometry of the car. Alright, we're getting down here to some nice stuff. Center diff. This thing's just massive. I mean, you can kind of see how large this thing is, and long, and just super beefy. Very nice. Same that you find in their 8 scales. And last couple parts bags. Another diff cover right there. We have springs for the shocks. Retainer clips. Very nice. More little bits and pieces to adjust the geometry. We have already pre-assembled turnbuckles. Now, there's only 4 in this, 2 for the rear, 2 for the steering, and the other 2 are those upper A-arms, so that's going to adjust those pieces. And last little parts bag. So, well guys, that is it. That's my unboxing of this DESC10. I got some work ahead of me. I want to get this thing going. Let's see if I can time myself and get this thing built in about an hour and a half. And I already ordered in wheels, tires, and a body. The one thing that I wish Team Durango had included were some wheels. That would have been nice, because these are 17mm hex wheels that it requires, and they're not too common out there. I know that, of course, you can get the Team Durango version. DE Racing makes one, and that's actually the one that I'm going to pick up, the Trinidad wheel for short course. You can also mount 8-scale buggy wheels on it, but I want this thing to look pretty good. I know that I've mounted those on other, including the Sentin, but I definitely want to go with a short course wheel for this vehicle and see how it performs. Well, if you have any comments or questions, please post those on down below. And as always, thumbs up and subscribe. That's it for now, guys. Over and out.